Bonjour. So last night was the full moon in Australia, so I want to get an idea of what this full moon, how this full moon affected the collective that this is meant for, what you perhaps needed to release, what is coming after the fact, and let's get into it. For some reason I'm wanting to get the timing deck first, so let's see what comes out. Full moon reading for this collective. Festive season, so December. So next month there is something that is potentially coming in that is around what needed to be released over this full moon, and something about the energy of this full moon that is bringing something in next month for this collective. It's going to take a while. So I feel like this is something that perhaps you even yourself had a moment of realizing that this is something you need to release to the universe, because you've been waiting for this, whatever this thing is, for a long time. And I think this is less to do with it's going to still take a while, and more to do with how long you've actually been waiting for this thing to come around. And it's needed time here. But there is something significant that's about to happen during the festive season. Fall. So we're in spring here. So if you're in America, you're in fall now. So this time period could be significant. If you're in the southern hemisphere, fall time could have been a really significant time for you to, I'm hearing purging and releasing. So this is something that's been happening for a while for you, where you've been trying to release this for a long time, and perhaps something about the energy of this full moon really brought some stuff up for you, but then at the same time it's all coming up because it's now being let go of. In less than a month. So we're into November now, so it could very well be at the beginning of December that this perhaps manifestation is about to come in. Stop obsessing first, and that's under it's going to take a while. So that to me just confirms that this is something that's constantly played on your mind for a while. And I actually think this collective, you've been trying to release it. You've been trying to stop obsessing over it, because you actually know that obsessing doesn't make it come any quicker. So I think that that's something you're aware of. Something in June could have been significant, because this in less than a month, it has June written on it. One more. Just around the corner. So I think, the festive season is next month, so of course just around the corner, and it's not too late. So again, because you've been waiting a while for this to come in, if you have felt like there's just been so much time here, it's not going to happen, it's just not the case. It's just sometimes the biggest manifestations, the biggest dreams that you have, take a while to come to fruition. So that's why they take a while. And then when they take a while, you start to question and doubt if it's ever going to happen. But they are saying it's not too late. This is something that's coming in, and next month is significant. The festive season, December, is significant. All right, let's tap into what this is about, please. Festive season, what is this about, please? Course, something that's on your heart. You got heart chakra. Okay, So you've got heart chakra, which is love, acceptance, compassion, followed by change. So that's a transformation, but also preparation. And I feel like with those timing cards, you have been in preparation for a while, for something to come in around your heart space, something in your heart space to change. Perhaps you've let go of a person. Perhaps you realize that this person was a karmic energy and you've been holding on to them for so long, wanting them to come back, but something about this full moon helped you release them for good. You're not expecting this person to come back, and perhaps as well, part of the stuff that came up for you was realizing that the highs and lows of this karmic energy were just a lesson for you. And that's part of your transformation, is realizing that it was just a lesson for you. But let's confirm these. Betrayal. So you definitely feel betrayed around your heart space. You feel like there's been some kind of deceit, lies. You definitely feel like there's secrets that are tied to your heart. Things that you don't know of yet, but suspect. And as well, you might have found some things out that broke your heart, that you realized that you had been betrayed in ways you didn't even realize yet. And then you've just recently found out these things. Denial. So I think for a long time you were in denial about this karmic energy, and that's what I'm saying. You've been going through this change now where you realize that it is a karmic energy, and that the betrayal and the lies tied to this was something that you needed to release. So you've been going through that transformation for a long time, and now it's almost like you're being prepared for this change to actually be integrated into your soul. Or maybe something's about to come across your table in regards to betrayal. Someone that you thought had the key to your heart, that you're going to find out about some betrayal, and that you're being prepared for that right now. And that's the piece of information that you will need to let this person go. Okay, surprise call. That's under this karmic energy. So perhaps either this person's going to come in and confess to some sort of betrayal from when they were with you, or someone connected to them. But I don't think you're expecting this. One more for that. Karmic energy with surprise call. Okay, intimacy, intensity. So this is someone that definitely feels strongly towards you. Who's this karmic energy? Okay, focus. So this karmic energy is about to come in and surprise you with communication. This is someone that feels very strongly for you and that is very focused on you. So I wouldn't be surprised if they've been watching you, but they have this intense pull to come towards you and express themselves, whether it's a call message or social DMs, but there is something that's about to be this feels like a confession from someone that's been on your heart for a long time, and when this comes in, it's really going to change your perspective of this whole connection. But this is someone that feels very intensely towards you, and they're hyper focused on coming towards you. It's all they can think about. They're consumed by it right now. Yeah, they're trying to be brave to come towards you. The Courage card. But they're determined to. Could be a Taurus, but April 20th to May 20th could be a significant time period. Maybe that's when you last heard from this person. One more. Okay. Divine Masculine. I knew I should have mentioned music, because music was flipped over, and then on the bottom you've got clear audience, which is clear hearing, music and frequency. I think this person feels very strongly towards you. The divine is saying that this is a masculine that is hyper focused on you, and they have very intense feelings for you, but they're consumed by the thought of you and wanting to come in and communicate. They're just trying to tap into their bravery right now. And to be honest with you, if they are in this kind of energy, this courageous energy, bravery, determination, persistence, that is masculine energy. But they are very focused towards you and the connection that you two have. And I don't think you're expecting this call or message or DM, whatever it is. I think you've actually put this divine masculine in the category of karmic, and perhaps your denial will be that you don't believe, you'll be in denial about the transformation they've gone through, because your last point of contact, your last memory of them is very karmic. And it's been a long time here. So your last interaction with them or your memories of them feel very karmic to you. So when they show up as this, you're going to be in denial. And you could even be questioning a lot of things that they're coming in to say, because you feel like in some way, shape or form, they've lied to you, been deceitful, and they have secrets around why they behaved the way they did. But I definitely think music's tied into this, which is common with these kinds of connections. You have a lot of music that invokes deep feelings or memories of a person. All right. All right, so this is important. That's flipped out again. So April 20th to May 20th, and runner is underneath that. So I think perhaps the last time you heard from this person, they were still running from this connection. So I think that's also why you're going to be surprised. But let's get these no communication cards and see what this divine masculine wants to say. And then we'll get the actual divine's perspective of what's really going on here. The future. I daydream about our future together, going on adventures and growing old together. I want it all. Lost. I feel lost without you. This isn't goodbye. I don't want to walk away, but it's what's best for me and us right now. This isn't goodbye. We will be together again soon. So I don't think they've just walked away, because again, it's been a while here. So I think that this is more in their head. They felt like they had to run from this connection for whatever reason, whether there's secrets that they need to reveal to you, whatever it is, but they are planning on coming back soon because they needed time to heal. You both did, especially if you're feeling betrayed by this person. Right now, I'm in a space where I need to focus on my healing and self-love. This isn't about you, it's about me. And again, that's why they run. It's because it all gets too much and they can't handle it, and they don't know how to love you properly or even love themselves properly, and they run because the conflict just becomes too much. So separation would have been needed here regardless, because you both needed to heal certain things. But this person definitely is heavy in the thought of you. They know that they required healing because of how things ended with you, and also just in general in their life, things that have happened to them. Emotional intimacy. That's that intense pull towards you, that chemistry. I'm afraid to truly open up to you. Being raw and authentic with my emotions is something I'm still working on. Will you listen? And this is the denial. you in denial about them being truly in their divine masculine because you currently see them as a karmic energy. So will you listen to them? Will you believe what they have to say? Will you assume everything leaving their mouth is coated in deceit and lies, which that then leaves me to believe that this person has lied in the past. They have been deceitful, sneaky, betrayed you in some way, shape or form. So naturally they would expect or question whether you will hear them out because they've done that to you already. There's so many things I want to say to you, but will you hear me all the way out? Will you believe me? I think this is also why they're trying to be brave when it comes to reaching out to you, but they're very focused on it. Okay. Yeah. All right, so this makes sense because under the I don't want to walk away, but it's what's best for me, they definitely put on this front like after you, everything was fine and dandy. They might have even felt like it was for a while because they had good distractions and they worked for a long time. Dating other people, just being out partying, whatever it was they were distracting themselves with to avoid dealing with the pain, it was working for a while, but it only lasts so long. I'm acting like I don't care about what's happened between us, but I do. I just want to appear unbothered. And then you're my favorite. You're the person I want to call when something good or bad happens. The first thought when I have news to share, you're my person. And then you've got you're mysterious. I can never seem to figure you out. Sometimes I feel like you're hiding something from me. I never really know where I stand with you. But I mean, if it's been a long time here and you feel deceived by this person, it's like I feel like this person has access to you, but not in, like you're not in communication. You don't talk to one another, but they must have access of you somehow. So it's almost like they're trying to decode everything you post as if it's some hidden message for them. But then on the bottom you've got not the right time, but I think that this person is really focused on reaching out to you, but at the same time I don't think that they fully feel ready to reconcile here. I am overwhelmed with responsibilities. I don't have the time or energy for a relationship. So they're definitely bound by something currently, family, friends, work. But let's get into it. I want to find out the universe's perspective first. What was that? Your perfection, your beauty amazes me. I'm not sure how I'm attracted to someone like you, but I'm forever grateful. They're very attracted to you. Yes, they are physically think you're gorgeous, but it's your soul as well. Okay, what is the divine's perspective on this, please? What is your perspective on this connection, please? What is the universal truth of this connection? First card out, reconciliation. Number 9, happy, harmony, beauty, creativity, a gift, art, reconciliation, love, openness, expressive warmth, gratitude. The letter Q could have significance, but maybe they're going to show up with a bouquet of roses. But this is the universal truth of this connection. This is a love connection. This is something that is destined to be reconciled. And this is also about someone expressing themselves. And if they are just think you're so beautiful inside and out, this is also a beauty card. And I just heard they see you as a work of art. That's specific. Maybe that's something they've said to you before. Okay, so this is the masculine, number 28. The divine masculine. a person you know, boyfriend, fiance, spouse, love interest, but masculine energy. But I mean, obviously the masculine energy wants to reconcile. So you might see yourself as the masculine, or you might see yourself as the feminine. Okay, so there's travel here, and the 3rd of October could be important, but this is the shit. Going places, adventure, vacation, trip, movement, with the wind, swift, travel, overseas. So you could be overseas, you guys could actually be in different countries, different states, but whatever it is, there's distance here that needs to be traveled to be together. And perhaps that's part of the, what was that last message about? Where is it? It's going to be the last one. Hang on. Oh, no, that's the healing one. Where is it? Oh, not the right time, of course. It was the last one. I'm overwhelmed with responsibilities. I don't have the time or energy for a relationship. And if there's distance, and that's an obstacle here, this is something that overwhelms this masculine as well. But this is something that will be accomplished. It's just an obstacle right now. But this, remember, this is the universal truth of this connection. So reconciliation is coming. This is your divine masculine. And they are going to travel to be with you. Okay, so underneath the bouquet, you've then got the garden. Lots of flowers and gardens and greenery here. 20th of August could be significant. But this is public venue, society, crowds, audience, party, meeting, event, a date, community, outdoors, and also playing the field. And I'm drawn to that playing the field. This is what I mean about whatever they were using as distractions when this ended, and it worked for a long time. They may have even gone on to someone else, like tried to replace you not long after this was over. They played the field, and that, as much as that might hurt to hear, it's something that had to happen because you're not replaceable. And until they went and played the field to realize that you're irreplaceable, that all these other connections are empty, superficial, they weren't going to learn that. So it's kind of a blessing in the way that it teaches them the lesson that they wouldn't have appreciated you as much if they didn't learn that they can't replace you with any other energy. So I feel as though this playing the field is leading them to reconciliation with you. Oh, developing over time, fine wine, or it just says wine. I don't know why I said fine wine. Aging like a fine wine. Ripening, age as well. So this is something that has needed time here, which came out in the first part. But this is the good stuff. Alchemy, transformed. So this masculine is transformed now. But your issue is the denial. And that's not me blaming you, because obviously the way that this masculine left you in the past and how they treated you and acted after you, naturally you will be guarded and you won't trust when they're coming as a divine masculine. But there's a lesson to be learned here. 28th of April. And as well, perhaps this masculine, if you may not have seen them in a long time too. So when they come in, I feel as though you're not going to recognize, like you'll recognize them, but you'll be a bit taken back because they look so different. Like they've been taking care of themselves, they're physically fit, their whole aura, their demeanor will feel different, and it's like you won't recognize the version of them that's coming back because you haven't laid eyes on them in a long time. Because that transformed, ripening in age as well, it's almost like, yeah, they're going to have a physical transformation. So when you see them, you're going to be like, whoa. Shit. been a long time here. A year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever, but it's been a significant amount of time here, and that's also why when that "it's going to take a while" came out, you have been waiting for this person to return for a long time, and now you're at this point where you're releasing it and seeing them as a karmic energy, and then they're going to come back in. But this is about perfect timing, origins, culmination, incremental, longevity as well. This is needed time for this, you both to learn lessons, to heal, so that when you do reconcile, this can last the test of time. Is that how that goes? Oh, stand the test of time. It literally says it. Past, present, future. So being able to let go, or having learnt from the past, adjusting and integrating it into your present self, and then being able to have a future together. But that's also under the ship. So I feel like because there's distance here, this is going to need time to develop. It's not as if the second this person reaches out to you, two are going to get back together and they're going to move straight away. This is something that needs to develop over time. It's going to need time to plan. And that's number 19. Yeah, on the bottom 3, another travel card. So many I swear most of my collectives there's distance, but tracks, which is steady forward movement, number 3. One way, go the distance. Direct route, autopilot, traveling, I think I can, on track, and focal point. And again, this masculine is super focused on you. They're trying to be brave to come towards you, but I think they're still not fully there yet, but you're all they think about, and trying to think of what to say, how to say it, if they can say the right thing. Will you listen to them? Will you hear them out? Will you believe them? But their mind is very like one track, like they've got tunnel vision and it's focused on you. You're the end stop here. Okay, well, let's see what your energy is right now. What is this collective's energy currently? Oh, you got intimacy as well. So that deck and that deck. Okay. Yeah. So this is heavily on your mind right now as well, because you've got gold digger. They want your money being used, intimacy, sexual chemistry, but reminiscing, and divorce, experiencing a breakup. So this is heavily on your mind right now too, which could be because you're picking up that this person, this masculine, is heavily focused on you at the moment. So it's coming up for you. And that's what I was saying in the beginning. Whatever's come up for you recently, it's to release it. But you definitely feel like this masculine led you on, that they strung you along and that they left you feeling used and abandoned, but you still can't help feeling this strong attraction to them, that you also have that magnetic pull to them. And you could even be reminiscing over the sexual intimacy with them, but also the overall intimacy, just conversations, holding hands, going out together, being on the couch, being in bed, like everything that makes intimacy up, cooking in the kitchen, whatever it is. You're having a lot of reminiscing right now over this person, but then it's bringing up the pain of the hurt of this breakup. It's like you're reliving the breakup again and you're feeling that heartbreak, but then at the same time they made you feel used, so you're confused by this. It's a conflicting feeling of like remembering all the intimacy and the chemistry with, but they made me feel used, they abandoned me, they treated me horribly, they broke up with me, whatever it is. I think you're very torn between the two. It confuses you. Was it ever real? That kind of thing. Gold digger. Spy. So maybe you've tapped into this person's energy recently, or maybe you're feeling pulled to go check on them social media. But as well, you could also both be doing it. You're both looking at each other's social media, and it could even be that you feel like they're spying on you. I'm actually hearing that with this being used card, it's almost like, you know, those TikToks or memes or whatever, where it's like the person that watches you the person that let you go is the one that will watch you the hardest or something. It's almost like you've got that mentality where you think, you either wonder or you hope they're watching you because of what they did to you, because you want to, just like they're trying to act unbothered, you're trying to act like you're doing better without them. So you're both doing the same thing. Intimacy. Someone's got their eye on you, you were doing your research. I actually think it's both. I think that you felt tempted and actually looked at their social media, but I also think they're doing it too. And so I think you're mirroring each other with that. Moving. So you're definitely reminiscing over a living situation with this person. You definitely lived together, and then that makes me think this is my collective, where you moved at a distance to be with this person, and then when they ended things you had to move back, and it really, that's where you're left feeling used, because you moved your life for someone and then it all fell apart and you had to rebuild. So this person left you feeling disregarded, and that's where you get confused, because on one hand they made you feel destroyed and having to rebuild your life, but then you can't seem to get past that magnetic, intense chemistry that you had with them and all these memories that confuse you and think, it felt so real, we felt so in love, but they left me this way. Why do I still feel like this? And I think that's why you try to think of them as a karmic energy when you think of this breakup, but it still doesn't make those really strong, fond memories of them go away, and your heart still aches for them. You still feel in love with them, even though you have these memories that upset you about them. But then the good memory, you're all over the place. Manifest. So even though you're feeling the breakup, the pain of the breakup and the heartbreak, you are still manifesting this person. But I think you're also confusing things, because one minute you're going over how they made you feel used, the next minute your memories are about the beautiful chemistry you two had and how in love you two were. So it's like you're manifesting separation and reunion, like it's like push pull, push pull, push pull. But tell the universe exactly what you want. And underneath, confession. I actually feel like you desperately want to tell this person, confess to this person that you are still in love with them and that you want to be with them, but you try to push it down because of what they did to you. And as well, because there's distance, that might make you feel as well that this is never going to come back, because they would have to move to be with you and you don't think that they would. Okay, I just want to get what's going on for this masculine right now. What's going on in the masculine's energy right now? Secrets. So that's funny, because that was like one of the first, that's this one, betrayal, lies, secrets. This says love affair, keeping things inside, not opening up, and illusions. This is the whole putting on a front right now. So yes, they're heavily focused on you. They're trying to work out how to come back towards you, but they're keeping their cards very close to their chest right now. The secret is how much they care for you still and want to come back into your life. But they're not opening up at the moment. I don't think this is... It's not like they're going and talking to their family and friends about you. They're keeping things very close to their chest right now. And as well, they could be under the illusion that you've moved on and that you want nothing to do with them. Meanwhile, you want to confess your love for them. But they're definitely keeping it all inside right now. Gossip. So if there was a love affair, there's definitely been rumors spread about this person, about your masculine. There's been a lot of pettiness, and perhaps even they did that. Maybe part of the betrayal is that they spoke ill on your name. Let people spread rumors about you, as in they didn't do anything to try and stop the rumors, and they participated in petty conversations about you because it made them feel better, like smearing your image, and making you look like the fool, as if even though they hurt you and you had to rebuild, making them in a sneaky way, making themselves look like they did everything for this relationship and you're the villain type thing. And naturally that's going to make you feel betrayed, especially with how hurt you feel over what happened here. I think this is something this person is potentially, well, hopefully very ashamed of. But butterflies, you give them butterflies. They know that their happiness is with you, and I think they feel devoted to you. And when they think of memories of you, it makes them smile, but then there's a tinge of sadness because you're not in their life anymore. So the memories with you are happy, but then it's like their heart aches because you're not in their life anymore. But after doing this, participating in negativity about you, whether it be family, friends, or online, all of it, they participated in that, and they made you look like a fool. And perhaps as well, over time, people started to realize that they had embellished certain things about you, especially if you're the one that stayed quiet and they didn't. So you never spoke your truth, or at least not publicly. I feel like this was more out in the open, this type of gossip and spreading rumors, but also I feel like these rumors could have been about your person as well, because this is the energy around them. So they certainly have, if they're some kind of love affair where rumors and petty conversations were had, that their image was smeared because of it. And it might have, I'm hearing both things for that. One, that maybe during the first, like when this breakup was fresh, for a few months, they were participating or opened up to people publicly about you in not a nice way, or they participated in conversations or nasty things people said about you. And then after a time, they then got that turned around on them, and they started having rumors and nasty things said about them. It was almost like karma. Well, would have been karma. So they went from making you look like a fool to them being the fool. Triggers. Flashbacks, trauma bond, inner child wounds, and attracting toxic. That's all they've done. All they've done is participated in toxic behavior, toxic people, and played the victim. You are who you associate with. So that's what they were doing. They were getting down in the muck and doing deceitful, yucky things with toxic people. And I think there's a lot of shame here. And they were acting out of their inner child wounds, but that doesn't make it okay. But if they can realize that and they've been doing the work on themselves, then that's good, because they've seen the lesson, they're learning from it. But I think as well, you want to hope that they're recognizing that they're repeating a cycle of always attracting toxic people and behaviors. And that in turn is because they're internally toxic and behaving in a toxic way themselves. But they're definitely dealing with some things that they're keeping close to their chest, not just to do with you, but things that trigger them in general. I just keep hearing this masculine is so immature. They wouldn't be in divine masculine though if they were immature now. So you want to hope this is something they've already transformed through, especially with this butterfly here. You did get change, and the change card has the butterfly on it too, so that butterflies might be a sign for you. I think they have been through a transformation and they're preparing them for union with you right now. I think potentially they went into their cocoon and they've done a lot of self-reflection, because I just can't see how they would show up as a divine masculine if they're currently in this energy. Either that, or because they said it's not the right time, they're going through it right now. This transformation. Maybe they've just gone into their cocoon. Yeah, jealousy. Rumors, pettiness, more pettiness. Being envious, talking behind back. This is all the shit that they've been surrounding themselves with. Gossip and jealousy and attracting toxic people, talking behind your back, people talking behind their back, just acting like a complete an idiot. Just this masculine. No wonder I keep hearing he's so immature, because they were part of those petty conversations. They were smearing people's image. Their image was being smeared. They were spreading rumors. They were partaking in spreading rumors. They were part of all that petty, toxic behavior and acting so immature. And on top of that, not only were they talking behind people's back, they were envious of people, but as well I'm seeing people being jealous of your connection together. So their jealousy led them to being petty and spread rumors about you, and your masculine partook in that. But then it fired right back at him in the end. Those same people did it to them. This is very gross, immature energy. Spreading rumors, petty conversations, smearing your image, making you the fool, rumors, pettiness, being envious, talking behind your back. Gross. That is just toxic. All right, but we've got butterflies here. Let's go with the positive. The transformation. They had to go through this. And maybe that's the betrayal here. They had to go through that betrayal to really wake up to themselves. They're shattered. Whatever this is that they've gone through, it really crushed them. And I think this even says panic attack. I honestly feel like, as much as this gives me the ick and I'm like, that's so gross, again, this is what I talk about when there's lessons you have to learn, and some people have to walk through the fire to learn that lesson. That's where I had to learn the hard way comes from. This person had to learn the hard way. And all that behavior came from them being shattered over the ending of this. That's their behavior because of their own heartbreak with you. And trying to avoid the sadness led them to this behavior. Which, again, going into that kind of behavior because you're heartbroken shows a lack of maturity. This person needed to grow up. You wouldn't want that version of them back, because they would just hurt you again. But they're having, I think the sadness of this relationship ending and potentially you not wanting to be with them ever again is causing them a lot of pain. It's almost like they delayed their heartbreak. They would have been sad and they would have felt it, but they did everything to distract themselves from it. Whereas now they can't distract themselves anymore. They're not being allowed to. Even when they try to, it doesn't really have the same effect. It isn't soothing them or helping them. It just everything feels hollow, and that's making them feel shattered. And if they caused you a lot of anxiety in the past, it's coming back to them tenfold. They could very well be having panic attacks over this, especially if they're being bombarded with memories of how badly they treated you and how they acted after you. But that's the transformation they're going through. They're going through this. This feels like a dark night of the soul. So they're going into that cocoon. Nothing's making sense. They're feeling horrible about their actions, horrible about the circumstances they got themselves into, and the people they listen to, all these things. They're going through that self-reflection now, and they're feeling very lost. But that cocoon they're in is necessary for them to go through that transformation and come out a big, beautiful butterfly. Lust on the bottom. The distractions. Forbidden fruit, non-committal, sexual energy. This says tragedy as well. Maybe they went through a tragedy in this time you've been apart. But I think that they also, how I said, if they went to someone not long after they broke up with you, and it was just kind of it wasn't a deep, it's like a friends with benefits I'm feeling. And that might have even been part of the rumors too, because if they burned this person, that stirred up a whole lot of gossip and petty conversations, and I don't think that your person was like committed to whoever this was. Okay, that's very messy energy, but that last row to me feels like that's where they are currently due to that toxic energy. So I think they're in the cocoon right now. Okay. I just want to get these message cards. I haven't got these in a little bit. No. Sorry. I want to see what the masculine's current energy is. Let's get a spirit animal. What is the masculine's current energy, please? The snake. Okay, that's not bad at all. Actually, I want to get one more. But I think that is to me is shedding the old skin. They're going through the transformation right now. All right, so snake, and they've got the dolphin as well. Although, why do I feel like that's you? All right, we opened on water first, so we'll do the dolphin. Innately intelligent, healer, light, blessings. The gifts of the dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on the level of spirit. It's easy for dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma that coming in contact with a dolphin type will change the entire course of your day. Your relationship changed the entire course of both your lives, and thus your life. This card can also indicate a profound blessing is on the way. When in balance, active healer, strong spiritual practice. When out of balance, underestimates own power to bring into balance like-minded spirits. Okay, snake. Guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. And this is why I feel like this masculine is in their bubble right now. I think they're in self-imposed isolation. It feels like just no play, literally work, eat, sleep, and they're just in a lot of self-reflection right now. I don't think they're out partying or anything like that. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential, and again, this is what you would have seen in them that they weren't fulfilling. It is said that Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. This is the masculine. What would life look like if you woke it up? And they're definitely being woken up right now. How can you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. And I don't think the divine are wasting any more time with this masculine. They're really forcing them into this transformation. It's time to tap into your potential, because you've been squandering it for too long and dulling your shine, being around these toxic people and environments. When in balance, prosperous, creative, and charismatic. When out of balance, starts and stops many things. To bring into balance, Kundalini yoga and meditation. Both of these cards are about meditation. So maybe this masculine actually is starting to practice it, or they're doing something in regards to spiritual practice that they're creating a routine around every day, and that's helping them tap into this Kundalini awakening. All right, let's get these. Do you still think about me? Do you still want me? Do you still love me? I need to know if I should move on. I'm hurting. The thing is, they can't move on from you. Stalker alert. I check up on you often. So there it is. They do check in on you. And if you are that dolphin energy, if the feminine is the dolphin energy, then they're learning from you. Again, when I was saying before about they might be dissecting everything you post, trying to see if there's some hidden message there for them. Even if you're not posting with that in mind, they're still learning from you, and that's good. But spying energy is still running energy, so they're not fully in that divine masculine yet. Yes, I was cheating. That's that love affair. And I think that's probably what they're afraid to reveal as well, with that betrayal and needing to you feel that there's a confession that needs to be had. So maybe you're expecting them to say that, and this is them saying, yes, I was cheating. I love your swag. You were the whole package. Well, we know they're attracted to you. I'm sorry I put my career before you. I'm trying to get out of debt. I'm willing to put in the time and effort now because I don't want to lose you. I think they're very focused on work right now, and they're trying to get their own financial stability underway at the moment as well. Work, eat, sleep, work, eat, sleep. And then the only thing outside of that is them trying to work on that self-reflection. Yes, I was cheating. It was easier to lie to you than to tell you the truth. I wish I could take it all back. So they want to confess this cheating and that they lied to you about it. So it could have very well been you said to them, did you cheat on me? And they said no. And they know they need to confess the truth here. I look at my phone every day hoping I would see a message from you. Okay, and maybe that's something you've been holding on to as well, is that you've just been wanting them to confess this because you're sick of feeling crazy. Your gut told you that this was true, but they denied it, and you just want to know the truth so that you can move on. Okay. I miss you. Missing everything about you today. Your eyes, your smile, your voice, your scent, your touch. I'm missing everything. Remember how we have connected physically over lifetimes together. My love for you is boundless and unconditional. I miss you being next to me. Wherever I go, I search you for you everywhere. Protected. That's good. I will always protect you, my love. Even when we aren't We are together or not in this time. My higher self is always with you. I will always protect you and the love we share. They didn't for a time, but anyway, I will keep boundaries around my heart that only you can cross. So their heart belongs to you. Thinking, I am thinking about you at this moment. Thought of you never left my mind, no matter where I go. The songs I am hearing reminds me of you. It makes me more vulnerable and think about you even more. Soon, we will be together in the near future. Our reunion is imminent and I'm doing what I can to be ready for you. I'm working hard on myself to be a better provider for you. I hear your call for me and coming back to you. This is my promise to you that soon we will reunite again. Okay. Let's see, what is your current energy? What is the collective's current energy? And then we'll do what? Surrender, what's next? What you need to be working on. What is the feminine's current energy, please? That's too many. Just one, please. Although that was the height. Oh, the turtle. Okay. With the buffalo on the bottom. Okay, the turtle. Another water, you could be a water sign. Ancient soul, wow. Grounded, trusting, and at home in the self. So you're really centered right now. Even though this stuff's on your mind and it's making you a bit crazy, overall, your energy is very centered. It is wonderful to be in the presence of a turtle personality. Like the beaver, the turtle has a strong relationship with the earth and water elements simultaneously. So you could be earth, water, like sun, moon, rising. This helps to ground and connect them to deeper truths of life. No matter where their travels lead them, turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers as they collect life experiences under their shells for later use. The most potent turtle energy helps us close all the other books and begin to tell our own true tale. When in balance, peaceful, adventurous, and productive. When out of balance, slows down to a halt to bring into balance and adventure. So that's really nice. You're really grounded in your energy for the most part. It's just your mind is sometimes a bit, when it comes to this person, it brings up that heartache. But overall, you're quite a peaceful person to be around. You have the elements of water, which is quite deeply sensitive and emotional, mixed with the grounding elements of the earth. So you're able to ground your emotions. Whereas right now, I don't think the masculine feels grounded at all. Okay, what do you need to surrender to? What does this collective need to surrender to, please? My heart is with another right now. I have to finish this karmic contract in order to be free. So this person, there is a connection that they're still karmically tied to. And that was the energy that came out in the very first deck. There was that karmic energy. So I still think there's something that's tied to the masculine right now that needs to be cleared before they can come back towards you. And potentially as well, if this karmic is related to all that toxicity, then that definitely needs to be cleared, because they don't, I guarantee you that karmic energy knows about you, and deep down they would know that this masculine still, that you still have their heart and that they will want to come back to you. So they'll be holding on for dear life. I have to finish this karmic contract in order to be free. Mirrors, number 11. Being mirrors for each other makes self-love so important. I wish I was there to love you, but if I'm not, I want you to love and nurture yourself. Number 4. I've been so grounded all my life. it's hard for me to trust the spiritual elements of our connection, yet I can't deny they exist. They feel anything but grounded right now because they're going through a spiritual awakening. You've already been through that and you've grounded yourself now. All right, 7 and 10. Communication. I'll contact you when I'm able to. Right now, my life is too complicated. This person that they're still karmically tied to. Right now, my life is too complicated to bring you into it, but know that I do want to talk to you. Number 10. I'm going through physical, emotional ascension symptoms. The snake. This is exactly what they're going through. I need space to rest, but from a higher perspective, I'm releasing old energy. They're trying to release attachments to whatever this karmic tie is, but as well, they themselves they've just started a spiritual journey themselves, and they're in self-reflection right now, and they're feeling it. And like I said, they're anything but grounded right now. There is a lot going on for them spiritually, and they're probably feeling a bit crazy. They did get panic attacks, so I think that they're really feeling it right now. They need to be in that cocoon. All right, karmic ties. Number 8, so the 3rd of August. I feel the chemistry between us. We need to trust that the energy we share will bring us back together again. This is what I've allocated to be family karma. So there is family ties here that are causing turmoil in this masculine's life too. And that also means, because that's to confirm mirrors, that also means that in some way you're mirroring some kind of karmic family situation in your life too, even if it's not as much as this masculine, but there's something there that you're needing to clear out right now as well. Karmic ties, I'm not happy. Oh, I just noticed 111. That's 11 and that's 1. I'm not happy. Karma, which is behaviors, people and or situations, is playing a role in what's happening with me, and it's hard for me to see a way out. So they're karmically bound by their family right now. They feel obligated, maybe financially, by their family, and they are trying to figure out how they can get away from that. On top of the fact that there's distance, I think that there's multiple things that I feel this masculine is quite overwhelmed with right now. So it's like they want to come towards you, but they're so overwhelmed by their circumstances right now. The 11th of January. Oh, that's too many. All right, number 4, messages about trust. 1 again, so you've got 11. 4th of January, I read that. We are one, don't let fear get in the way of this truth. And I think fear is getting to you at the moment too, especially because you'd be picking up their energy. They're fearful right now because they know they have all these feelings for you. They're going over all their terrible behavior, the people around them that they're feeling unhappy with, their life that they're unsatisfied with. You're picking up that and you're feeding fear to one another. Communication, another 11. So communication, to confirm communication. When we're talking, things just come out of my mouth and afterward I'm not even sure why I said them. So I think you both need to reflect on the way you speak to one another when you're hurt. I think this masculine certainly has a nasty streak to them. When they detach, they're quite cold and nasty. 7th of November, that's tomorrow. So maybe tomorrow there might be some kind of communication or something could happen tomorrow. All right, number 10, all about growth. 7 again. 10th of July. One of us is sad or angry and it's creating an energetic match with frequency in the other. Stay conscious of this and if possible, try to help us elevate it. So again, you're both feeding fear to each other energetically. So you need to, at least on your end, stay grounded and remember that you're the architect of your reality. So try to remind yourself every time you're feeling anxious or fearful over this connection to refocus and remind yourself of what you've got around you right now and that everything's okay, you're safe. Oh, look, I just noticed that peeking out. Number 10, I'm feeling controlled by people around me and I don't like it. They're family. It's pushing me to find my power again. Timing and intentions, number 11 again. The next solstice or equinox will bring an important shift for us. Let me get one more. Our love will manifest through the union of heart and mind. Expanding these areas allows us to grow. Number 6. I'm not actually going to pull another card for that because I feel like that's to do with this. Them feeling controlled by the people around them and not liking it pushing them to grow and find their power again is what needs to be shifted here. That's the shift that is being worked on right now. Okay. What's next? What is next for this connection, please? So at the moment, it feels like the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. But things need to feel like it's over right now. I think they want you to feel like it's really over because it takes you off center when you constantly obsess over this person returning. And maybe that's what you need to grow from. Focus on yourself, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. So don't worry about what this person's growing and transforming through right now. That needs to be their focus. Your focus needs to be on you and what you've got going on in your life right now and your happiness and the things that you know you need to heal. Which is, so this is what I mean. The way that this person left you, they abandoned you, they detached very coldly, so immediately went from ending things to giving you the silent treatment. There was no checking in to make sure you're okay or anything like that. And that abandonment left you feeling the heartbreak from that and the pain of having to rebuild your life on top of that. That's still something that's lingering that needs healing. And that is not me saying that when they come back around, you're not allowed to address how they hurt you. It's about coming to terms with it so that you can live your life and not be constantly in pain over it. Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. So you're going to go from this Grim Reaper thinking that they're never coming back, that the distance is too big for an obstacle, that their family's an interference, that their friends are an interference, and just thinking of all the ways in which this cannot work, to you have unconditional love for this person and they have it for you. You both have the key to each other's heart. That's the reality. And it's also the universal truth of this connection. You two are going to get back together. But it's about having that oneness again, knowing how to love each other properly. I think the unconditional love was always there, but unconditional love doesn't mean putting up with someone treating you badly. Learning to love yourself as well as loving your person. I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun, flirting, wanting to date. I just heard if you haven't had another test in love since this person, like if you've stayed single, you've been celibate, all that kind of stuff, someone might come in to awaken that spark in you, that you are desired, that you are attractive, that people do, you are wanted. Axe. The Sword and the Rose. So that's about clarity and truth. There is a revelation coming when it comes to this connection, but you are protected. And I think as well, even when this truth comes in, you're going to actually gain power from it. Like, you're going to feel more powerful because it's going to give you clarity on something you kind of always knew within. And